potential that you could definitely see coming in 2009. You could see that the talent on the front line was spectacular. Kelly Bartman, Amanda Goff, Caitlin Anderson. It was Rebecca Webb's first year on the team as well. There was some serious talent that was there that year that had not been fully realized yet. They were beating teams that you could tell that team was going to be really good, but they hadn't quite had it all come together yet. They were going to be really good, though.
The team that we took over had traditionally been ranked regionally, did well against other regional teams with the exception of the conference teams. So that was my goal.
Kelly Bartman, another big block by Kelly Bartman. Amanda Goff gets it over.
I personally like kids that I know that I can maybe mold a little bit that work well into our system. So a lot of the kids that we've brought in have needed a little bit more work, but I kind of like that. I like the teaching aspect there.
There was pressure, but seeing the way that Coach Jen ran practices, she just kept it a cool atmosphere. It was collective and just calm. But it was still competitive and everything else. And it was easy, but yet she made us work extremely hard.
I mean, and I believe in hard work, but we as a coaching staff have a pretty open door policy. We're pretty open with them, and you know, they kind of feel like they can be open with us too. Sometimes we get a little more information than we need. But I'd rather have that type of relationships. They're growing into adulthood, and you know, we're adults, and we want to treat them that way. That's the most important thing. But in the process, we do want to help them grow, and we want practice to be fun. We want it to be competitive, and I think that we've done a pretty good job of doing that.
2010, they were dominant. They were completely dominant. Kelly Bartman could not be stopped. Caitlin Anderson on the outside was an assassin from the outside. They were the perfect combination. I think when you look at great pairs from the outside, you know, if you look at football, you can see James Harrison, Lamar Woodley. Well, that's what Clarion had for 2010 with their outside hitters. They had Caitlin Anderson, who perfectly complemented the power of Kelly Bartman.
Good hits right now because Bartman with the block.
Never had so much fun watching volleyball in my life. It was just fantastic to watch that team play. It was fantastic to watch them dominate teams the way that they did. There were so many 3-0 matches. I lost count of how many that they had. All those 3-0 matches. They beat teams before the games even started.
Clarion, if she has to go out. But you know she's going to try to play through that pain anyway. Goff sends it out to Bartman.
It was an unbelievable experience. I want more than just to be there, though. And I think it was definitely an eye-opener, not only for me as a coach, but for the girls in the program. And, you know, we've got girls that were there that are still in our program, and I think they're hungry to get back there. We were very close this year again, you know, narrowly losing to Wheeling and in 5, had our outside go down. And I think we had that match, to be honest with you. But for us, I think it set the tone for what we want in our program, and it keeps our girls hungry. They know that we're capable of doing that, and that's something that we've not done here at Clarion.
Experience, you know, because you dream about that your whole life. You know, you watch it on TV. Well, I have watched March Madness, and then you finally get to go and feel that whole atmosphere where everything's I don't know, it's awesome.
And then you stay at the Hilton.
Yeah, and the Hilton hates you
yeah.
because we're so inappropriate.
So nerve-wracking. Holy cow. Just getting there and seeing our hotel for the first time was huge, and it was close to being Christmas, so everything was just decorated. And then once we got to the gym, it's oh, the floor is different. It was blue, like you see on national TV or whatever in the championships, but it was just and my 2 high school coaches surprised me. And then just playing against that type of caliber team, it's it's not the PSAC.
Right. Yeah, totally different.
I mean, we didn't really play to our full potential, but I mean, nerves got to us. It was the first time in history Clarion's ever made it. And just seeing the way that they run that type of tournament is totally different from what you see here, or even at Cal or IUP in the big arenas, quote unquote.
When it got to, well, they won PSACs and they just ran through the tournament. And I think everyone in the PSAC knew that they were going to win. They had a couple, I don't think they really had anyone that really even pushed them. I think they soundly went through the whole thing. When it got to Louisville, Kentucky, though, I think the pressure of delivering got to them because the team that they faced, they should have beaten, and they know they should have beaten them.
The team, Dowling, remember this for the rest of my life. Dowling wasn't that good of a team. I mean, obviously they were, since they were also one of the 8 remaining teams in the nation, but they weren't a Tampa, they weren't a Concordia, they were a Clarion. And it's like, why did we play that way? And I don't know, you can't really ask questions about it, but it's mind-boggling in which, I don't know, the ways that we played against them, it was like, that's not us.
Focus, I think, stays the same always, every year, every single day, is we want to get better with every practice. Every time we set foot in the gym, the goal is to get better. And I think we spend more time kind of worrying about ourselves rather than other teams. We have 6 new athletes coming to us, which was a little bit larger class than we had anticipated going after, but I'm really, really pleased with the girls that are coming in, and I think they're going to mesh well with the current roster. So I'm excited to kind of get working, and it's about 3 months and we're back in the gym. So I'm really excited, and the girls will definitely need to be working hard over the summer.
What is our goal?
Our goal.
I mean, obviously to show like the incoming freshmen like how we do stuff and like kind of our like focus and motivation, because like I feel like all of us like put in extra time in to show like our new freshmen.
Yeah, like, keep that going.
We'll say that Coach Mills has signed some recruits for this upcoming year that look to be very special. They look to have that size and athleticism that gave them the edge in 2010. And I think you may not see it next year, but once she develops that talent, I think you might see in 2014 a team that's really going to make another push for the PSAC, the Elite Eight, and hopefully further.